Oh, okay. Mad. That's my makeup. That's the makeup I did for you guys. That's the effort I put in today. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nitu and I'm a second year English language and literature student at Oxford University, and I'm from East London. Today I'm going to be talking about all the things that have been going on in the world. Everyone has gone crazy, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that we can do as students, but also some of the things that we can do as just human beings in general, and kind of trying our best to use this as a time to really introspect and to, to try and see the positives and the benefits in what's happening. Of course, for those of you who don't know, there is a pandemic if you've been living under a rock, and all we need to do really is stay at home. That's the only thing that we need to do. We just need to stay at home. I'm going to start off by addressing what's going on and some of the things that we should be aware of in terms of rules. We all know that Boris Johnson, a man like Bojo, I'm making it sound like it was his Instagram story or something. He broadcasted to everyone in the UK, we are all on lockdown, which means that we can't be going outside. Now, the way he did it wasn't very assertive. It wasn't like it's been in other countries, like in Spain, where lockdown actually means lockdown. It's our responsibility to take that really seriously, even though he is a bit of a joke man. We do need to be responsible, basically. We don't want this to spread. Why would we want that? Why would we want to stay indoors for even longer than we are? Our university terms have been cancelled, school has been cancelled, exams have been cancelled. We're all kind of a bit upside down at the moment, where some of us are at home and we have to study and continue on, and it's hard because a lot of us are from access backgrounds, or we don't have the facilities that we would have otherwise had if we were at uni in our uni dorms, or if we were away at uni travelling back and forth or commuting. If we were at school, we don't have those resources. A lot of our education is going to be impacted in quite a worrying way, and of course we're all very nervous about that. So if you care, just don't be a waste man. Just don't go out. Do not meet your friends. Do not meet them in indoor settings. Just stay at home. And I know it's hard to say just. I really do get it. You know, a lot of us are from loud families. A lot of us are from dysfunctional families. Thanks, Rahul. There's a lot of ways that we can stay sane at home. Again, I know, and I want to be very, very aware when I say these things, that, you can do exercise at home, you can do yoga with your family, you can do joint dinners, bake together. A lot of us have a different lifestyle at home, which means that we can't do these things. But I think this is a time where if you can't go outside, you can go inside. Now, what I mean by that is we can really introspect. That means we can really examine things about ourselves, work on the things that we have been meaning to work on for ages. Every summer we have a bunch of books that we've been meaning to read and we haven't read them. We have a bunch of TV shows, we have classic movies, we have things that we've been wanting to do, we haven't had time. That's the issue. And now we have so much time to do these things. We have time to learn how to cook. We have time to learn how to dance, to learn how to sing. We have time to make YouTube videos. We have time to study. And again, it's not ideal. These conditions aren't ideal. I'm not saying I'm happy about it. I'm not saying this is great. I'm missing my third term of Oxford University. So not going back this term is peak. And it does make me feel sad. And I'm getting all dressed up for what? For my living room, for the garden, for the camera. A lot of us live in council estates. I get it. We want to get out of our house. We want to get outside of our tiny flats. We don't have privacy. We don't have space. I get it. But we can't do that at the expense of lives by going outside. In terms of academics, of course, we're all being affected. I spent the last week catching up on sleep. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a very productive last week in terms of my academics, but in terms of other things, it was. I was trying to get into a routine to get used to being at home, to get used to not having as much space, not having as much kind of freedom as we usually would. So I've been working on some things. And I will address academics in a second, but the things that I've been working on are improving cooking, because literally that is all we have, while being mindful of the amount of ingredients, the amount of times we can go out to shop, stuff like that, and of course money, because at the moment none of us are in work, none of us have the opportunity to work, so we need to we need to keep, we need to be mindful and ration the stuff that we have. So yeah, I've been learning how to cook, and I will share with you guys some of the things that I've been cooking. I tried some Indian curries, so I made matar paneer. For those of you who don't know what that is like paneer and peas. So that I've been making some spaghetti and trying to experiment, trying to actually make it the Italian way and not add like masalas and stuff into it and making it chili. I've been experimenting with roast dinners, and I've been making food, basically. So I'll show you guys, you know, I've been trying to cook every day because I enjoy cooking. I've said this in previous videos. It keeps me sane, but also it's nice for everyone to, you know, have a nice meal to eat. So I try to cook as much as possible. That's one thing I've been working on. Another thing I've been working on is reading books that I love. Trying to fall back in love with reading, because this previous term was really heavy in terms of reading, and it meant that all I was doing was reading, but just to finish the book, not necessarily to enjoy it. And I think the problem with a lot of literature degrees is we read a lot, but we read because we have to, not necessarily always because we want to. So I'm trying to read for pleasure. The book that I'm reading at the moment is called The 40 Rules of Love by someone called Elif Shafak. She's a British-Turkish writer, or Turkish-British writer, I don't know. And she's sick. And so, yeah, the book was recommended to me by my friend, and I recommended it to my best friend, who has already finished it. So, yeah, you know, spreading the books that we love, things like that. I've also been using this period as a chance to spend time with my family. Now, I know that means a lot of different things to us all, but I do think that we can try and reconnect with people, reconnect with our loved ones, because we are kind of forced to in this time. And you know, it is hard, and I know it feels a bit like Big Brother, big boss, a bit like Pooja, what is this behavior?
Pooja, what is this behavior?
But I think it is something that we can try. So something I have been trying to do is reconnect with my siblings and spend some time with them, because I know that from now on, you know, uni will continue. I will be in my 3rd year of uni, hopefully, and I will continue on with my degree, and I won't be able to spend as much time at home because I'll be focusing on my degree. So with all those things in mind, you know, let's use this as an opportunity to spend time with the loved ones that we are living with. A few things that I have been working on are kind of reading books that I love for pleasure, watching films, watching classics that I've never watched before. There's a bunch of Bollywood stuff that I haven't watched, like Devdas, Sholay, all that stuff. Never watched it. A bunch of Hollywood classics that I haven't watched. I've never watched Home Alone, stuff like that. I wanna be in tune with the culture, you know. One more thing is, you know, a sense of routine. I have been going on walks every day, but since Bojo announced, I need to stop calling him Bojo, man. Since Bojo announced the lockdown, I haven't gone on walks because I just feel like I don't think it's necessarily the most responsible thing to do. So I'm going to try and ration my walks on days where I really, really need to go outside and, you know, clear my head. In terms of academics now, I am definitely going to post some videos of me studying, and you guys can study with me. Can you let me know what exactly you want? The videos I'm working on at the moment are stuff to do with personal statement, stuff to do with the Oxbridge application process. But outside of that, if there's videos that you want of us studying together, even if you guys want me to explain concepts, the A-levels that I did was Spanish, philosophy and ethics, and English literature. Lol, I was going to say language and literature. That's my degree, not my A-level. If you guys want me to upload videos explaining those concepts, not going to lie, I have time, so I can really do it. Obviously, during term, it was really busy, so I wasn't able to produce the content that a lot of people asked for, but that stuff is still in my mind. So if you guys want me to go over stuff like that, I'm very happy to do it. Obviously, GCSEs were a while ago for me, and a lot of stuff has changed since then. But with A-levels, I can definitely help you guys with that, especially those of you who are in year 12. Some things that I read on the gov.uk website are really, really important. So I'm going to put a link in the description box and a link to other stuff that I think are useful resources, whether that be for physical activity in the home, whether that be for mental health that you can work on. My hair has gone massive. It's gone so big. It's gone so big. The only thing I can think of is Cardi B saying, coronavirus.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Another thing that's quite interesting about this is we are really becoming a part of history. We've seen Trump go into presidency, we have been a part of Brexit, and now we're becoming a part of a pandemic, which is crazy. So use this time to really, again, go inside, maybe to read, to write. One more thing that I've been doing is actually writing, and not just reading but writing as well. I write a lot, whether that be poetry, whether that be some fiction that I've been working on. And again, I've never told you guys this because I don't know, I've not had time to do it, and also I haven't had the guts to kind of tell you, man, that I have the audacity to write fiction and think that I could maybe publish it at some point in my life. But yeah, I've been working on that stuff, so that's been fun, and it's been a really useful way to kind of reflect on things that have happened so far in my life in the last 20 years. So writing is really, really nice if you're into that. If you're not into that, art is really good, like painting and cooking, being creative. This is a time for creativity to literally flourish. And again, I say that with an awareness that people from certain backgrounds will be able to do it a lot more than people like us, for example, or people who are less well off than me or less well off than you or whatever. So I understand that, but as much as we can try. But at the same time, as well as all of this, I think it's okay to take the time out to be sad or to feel like, mad, this is all gone, not in the way that I wanted it to go, and that's fine. Your feelings and your sadness and whatever pressure people are feeling is so valid. It is. But at the same time, let's reserve a small amount of our day to feel that sadness and try and spread, positivity in our households, inside as well, internally. Mental health is something that has become increasingly important to me because of what's happened in the last few months in terms of my own mental health. So I think that is something that I'm really prioritizing at the moment. But it's so important to be positive. It's the kindness, the compassion, and those things that we learn that will allow the world to go around. I know it sounds moist. I know some of you man are like, what is she talking about? But I do think it's really, really important that we do these things, because we've got to become responsible citizens, and there's no other way to learn it better than a bloody pandemic. So yeah, if you guys could please give me some requests, and I will produce those videos for you guys. But just to let you guys know what's kind of coming up in the next few videos, I will do a study with me. I will do a vlog where I just take you guys through a day in what I'm trying to do, a good day in quarantine, what I'm doing, how I'm trying to organize my days, maybe give you some tips. Another video that I will do is the personal statement video, going over what I did, how I applied to uni, etc. I know the whole positivity thing is going to be jarring, and I know we want time to be able to pity and feel sad, but reserve a little bit of your day to do that, because allow it. This is a long life. Like, why are you going to be upset for all 3 weeks of this quarantine or however long it will end up being? And yeah, stay safe, guys. Another thing that I would say is the StudyTube project has started, which is a bunch of study YouTubers working together to basically help you guys, to help us all. And so let's use that facility as well. If you guys don't know what it is, I'll put a link down at the bottom in my description box so you guys know what that is. But they're a bunch of cool people, some of who I know, and they're lovely people. So use the platform that they're creating, because it's genuinely going to make a difference. Bye!